Hello everyone, this is Mr. GG. I'm gonna stop that. I'm never doing that again. Like, ever again. As you can tell, this is what if Deku had the outsider's mark. And as you know, I just finished what if Deku had the fourth both sides. I will do a villain and a hero version eventually, but yeah, as you can tell, I've got this series and then Danny Phantom to complete. As for this series is nearly over, which I'm sorry about. I'm kind of sucky at filler episodes, so yeah, I'll start doing those, as well as better world building and all that for the next set of what ifs I plan on doing. Now let's get back to it. Where we last left off, the Island event just happened, and it is time for the students versus teachers. Now, slight change. Izuku and Todoroki will be fighting I won't say All Might. So Todoroki will be taking Momo's place in fighting Mr. Aizawa, and Momo will be paired with Toru in this fight. So Kirishima will be partnered up with the Bakugo. There we go. Fucking hell. Oh, if you can't tell, it's 9:45. And I got one more video to make of this. And it'll be that one. The last episode for this What If. Till I do season 4. Which won't be done until 2021. Yes, I'm doing that because that's when season 5 comes out. I'm sorry, but that's how long you've got to wait. And also remember, I'm doing this for entertainment. This is fun for me. So anyways, it is time. They get back to school and, well, I don't think I've integrated the dorm system yet. Unless I have, but if I haven't, I'll integrating it now. If I haven't, just let me know. So, teachers are going around and they're getting permission from parents. Never mind, I've already integrated the dorm system. I just remember because Aizawa is the one who adopted Izuku in this after he left the clan. Still don't have a name for it, by the way. I'm open for suggestions. Anyway, Jesus fucking Christ. Izuku is, well, sitting in his dorm room. Now, they're told to study for the final exams. This is what they're doing. Now, Izuku's got pretty high grades. I think I made him come first. Yeah. So, people are studying with Momo and Toru and Todoroki and Izuku. Kirishima's getting stuff wrong, and Bakugo's hitting with a book. Like he does. Because Bakugo. Anyway, enough shit on Bakugo. I pick on that boy way too much, yet I understand his character and everything. Dude just pisses me off. This is coming from an Australian who swears way too much for his age, or more than he should. Anyway, diddling. Zuko is basically just relaxing one day when Toro decides to come in. Now Zuko's gotten the room soundproof because he's had a few messengers come in, letting you know special events and everything, new recruits. Though he's left, he does like to be informed, and they have no problem keeping him informed. I'll say one night, one of the guys asks who he's been talking to. He says, "Oh, the assassins," as they say, "Wait, what?" As he gives them all the rundown while wearing his mask, mind you, because he never shows his fucking face, in a hoodie. People still want him to open up a bit, including Toru, but she knows that's not going to happen anytime soon. It's our boy Izuku. So yeah, one night, Toru decides to sneak into Izuku's room. Izuku's room is completely soundproof, so no sound can get out. She decides to sneak in and, well, Izuku's awake. If you know what I'm getting at, 2 teenagers in a room. Yeah, fun night. Now, they are dating in this. Remember. And I think I gave Tori better control of the quirk so she's visible. So while she's sneaking to his room, she's got no clothes on because she doesn't want to be seen. And invisible. I'm gonna say this is when Momo sneaks out to go see Todoroki. Yes. Toto boy is gonna get it. Now, Todoroki's got one for all. I remembered this. Yes, I remembered who I gave one for all to. So as that happens, she bumps into Toru. As Toru says, "Ow," Momo says, "Wait, Toru?" She says, "Momo, what are you doing?" As Momo blushes, says, "Gonna go see Toto." And she immediately puts it together as, "Oh. So you're finally gonna do it, eh?" As she blushes and says, "Yeah." Then she immediately remembers, wait, Toru's in and says, "What are you doing?" And she says, "What do you think?" As she puts it together and going, "Oh." And as Toru says, "Yeah." Now, they're both awake because they got a message from them both saying stay up till this point and that. Anyway, as that happens, Tori manages to sneak into Izuku's room without being seen. Instead of using the lift, she used the lift. And this is when Momo's right next to her as well. But Momo's clothed. She kind of gotta be. She's, visible and walking around. Tori, not so much. As they split up, going to their boyfriend's rooms, and, well, Izuku is awake, just sitting on his bed, going, "What did she want to... As he hears the door open, seeing no one, says, Tori, are you there? As she giggles and said yes, he says, why can't I... You naked right now? And she says, blushingly, yes. And then he puts it again and it's like, oh. Well, Tori, I didn't know you wanted to do that with me. She blushes and says, well, you are my boyfriend. Now, Izuku has something special. He has a ring in his desk that Tori doesn't know about, but Todoroki does. And Todoroki's also got a ring in his desk. Because I'm going to say they put desks in there to basically do designs and everything. Now, as Momo also manages to get into Todoroki's room, she strips Todoroki, figures stuff out, goes, oh. Anyway, back to Toru and Todoroki. Yeah. Toru and fucking Izuku, there we go. Fucking hell, my brain. Yes, as that happens, Izuku gets undressed, Toru becomes visible, and, well, let's say they spent the night in Loving's embrace. Now, Todoroki's room's also soundproof. Comes morning time. Yeah, yikes. Toru is sleeping next to Izuku. Under the covers, just hugging him like a hug pillow. Same thing as Momo to Todoroki. Now, Izuku sleeps past his alarm clock. This alarm clock's for when they're supposed to get up for school, but since they're still studying, the school's out for the next 2 days. As the alarm goes off, it's around 7 o'clock right now. The alarm went off at 6. Toru and Izuku just ignored the thing. And, well, this is when one of the boys come in and see an unholy sight in Todoroki and Momo's room. As I'm gonna say Kaminari Denki. Yes, it's Kaminari. Why? Because I want Kaminari to want to do it. Because it's also Kaminari that I want him to do it. Kaminari goes to wake Todoroki up. Momo's asleep. As that happens, he walks in to seeing a naked Momo under Todoroki's covers, as he just walks back saying very loudly, well, not too loud enough for Todoroki to hear, says, good job, Todoroki. Todoroki immediately looks up, wakes up, jerks up, sees Kaminari Denki give him the thumbs up as he slowly walks out the room. And then at that moment, he just realized, didn't Toru go to... Oh. Haha. As Momo wakes up, she sees Kaminari just closing the door. She is immediately embarrassed, saying, wait, when did he get here? Did he, as Todoroki says, he came here to wake me up. But I'm guessing he's also going to wake Izuku up. And didn't you say Toru was with As she immediately puts it together and says, "Oh no." That's going to be an interesting sight for Kaminari. As Todoroki says, yes it will. At least we're not the only ones who are going to be completely embarrassed. She giggles and says, yeah. Now, cut back to Kaminari. Kaminari is walking down the hall, waking everyone who slept past their alarms, as he finally gets to Deku's room. He opens the door saying, oh yo, Zuko, time to wake, as he sees a naked Toru in Deku's bed. Deku immediately wakes up, sees Kaminari, goes to grab something to throw at him, preferably something sharp. Denki's like, don't do it, and walks out. Scared and giving Izuku the thumbs up while doing it. Tori hears this. She wakes up going completely embarrassed and then turning invisible. Everyone sees Denki walking out of Izuku's room. As they say, is Izuku up? He says, yeah. As this is when they see Momo and Todoroki out. Todoroki's just wearing some jeans, and Momo's in one of his very baggy t-shirts. As they put that together going, hold on, is Izuku alone in that room? As all the boys say, huh, so you lost your V card. As Momo blushes, Todoroki says, yeah, and he also says, so did Deku. As Deku walks out in a pair of jeans, and Toru in a very baggy t-shirt of his. Well, Deku's got his mask on. As Deku says, do you always have to wear it? As Deku says, yeah, I'm more comfortable with it on. As they also, you know we've seen your face, right? It's time for you to lose that thing. As Deku says, never! As Toru just grabs it off his face saying, yes. As he says, god damn it, babe. And that's that morning done. Bakugo sees this as he's about to basically come up to get changed because he did a bit of early morning training. And, well, he starts laughing. Saying, ha 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 ha. Then he puts it again, it's like, oh shit, you lost your V guard, fuck. As Deku and Todoroki start laughing again, ha 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 ha. As he says, fucking assholes. As these two just put their arms around their girlfriend. And yeah. Now Todoroki and Izuku have a special day planned for their girlfriends. Todoroki asks Deku if he's going to do the thing today. He says yes during breakfast. This is them doing it during breakfast while their girlfriends are next to them. They say very quietly, but the girls do hear as they say, what thing? As they both say, you'll find out later. Now, the day goes on. They spend half of it studying for the test and helping others study for it. This is when Todoroki and Izuku say, guys, me, Todoroki, Toru, and Momo have to go out for a bit. Bakugo, can you, as he says, yep, I can help them study. As he says, thank you. And they leave to go get dressed for a special day. They spend half the rest of the day going on a date, but double teaming it. They split up. No, fuck it, it's a double date. If you know what I'm getting at. Good. Now they got both of these rings in their pockets, as well as a wallet and their phones. Now Zuko is loaded, because assassination jobs pay well. Dude's in the mills. Yeah. So that happens. They finally reach dinner. They have dessert, and while this happens, Todoroki and Izuku get down on one knee and, well, propose to these two girls. Deku was forced to leave his mask at home for this, but he's allowed to wear his coat. You just can't have the hoodie up. Now, both the girls start crying and they say yes. During this restaurant, everyone sees this, saying, young love and all that. The boys get congratulated and everything, and the night, basically the restaurant said everything's on the house after that. So, yeah. So that happens. Zugu, that was the fucking last what if. Zugu, Toru, Todoroki, and Momo go back to the dorm rooms. This is when Aizawa is scolding them, saying, why weren't you here at certain bedtime? Insert lights out time here. And this is when hold on. Thinking here. This is when Aizawa looks down to see rings on both of these girls, and then he immediately puts it again, saying, so you boys finally did it, huh? As they both say, yeah. And then he also has another thought, saying, that explains why Denki told me both the girls were in your rooms earlier this morning. Then immediately puts it together and says, you can sleep together if you like, I don't really give a shit. Just know, as they say, no grandchildren. As Suzuki says, no grandchildren, you got it, Dad. Now, this catches Todoroki off, Momo and Toru off, saying, wait, he says my adopted father, actually. He can't really, although living with the Todorokis was nice and everything, don't you remember that one day I moved out, saying, oh yeah. Forgot about that. He says, it's all good, bro. So yeah. So that happens. They spend the night together, basically. And, well, they spend the night to the day. Basically, doing it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing for that. cut to the actual test, and well, yeah. Todoroki and Izuku are paired up to fight Mr. Aizawa. And, well, long story short, Todoroki and Izuku win. They win this fight. I have a feeling I did this. If I did, let me know on the bottom. But, yeah, let me know in the comments or something. Because all I did was watch the last episode. The end of the last episode. And I think I did the Island event in that. So, yeah, anyway, that happens. Everyone who was supposed to fail passes in this. Yes, I'm doing that. Because everyone's smarter and stronger in this what if. Now, it's about a week. It's been about a week now, and Todoroki has let his father know that he has been engaged. As he brings Momo home, as Endeavor says, Momo Yorozu. You, my boy, have picked well. What of, as Izuku's just behind Endeavor saying, hey, I'm also engaged, just so you know. As Endeavor says, why are you here? I came here for moral support for him. As Todoroki just says, yeah. I'm gonna say these two are like brothers, basically. So that's why he's don't at me. I can do whatever I fucking like. So yeah. Weeks passed. Also, Endeavor also meets Toru for Izuku. I'm say during one of the nights, Izuku's not alone in the void. Toru's there. As he says, Toru? Why are you here? I mean, I kind of figured my father would like to see me, but why are you... As this is when the outsider comes. Toru says... Oops, shit, dropped my phone. And she says, who's this? As Izuku says, this is my real father. This is the outsider. My actual father. Now, she's quite surprised, saying, that's your father? Well, as I must say, although he has the heart, a image of his mother appears in gold. Basically, in gold, saying, you must be Toru. Although I've been with you for quite some time, you have not seen my actual form. As she says, hold on, you're Inko Midoriya. I am your fiance's mother. It's finally good to actually talk to you. She says, hold on, aren't you... As she says, the thing I use is my mother's heart. Basically helps me track down and helps me talk to her and Dad every now and again. Though I haven't used it lately. Sorry. As they both basically scold him at the same time, saying, "You better be." Anyway, the rest of the night is, well, during what their sleep, is them talking, them congratulating their son, and yeah. Time for the Black Forest training camp. So yeah. Once that happens, Izuku, it's time for the, everyone's on the bus now, and well, I don't think I need to explain, but I will anyway. Everyone's asleep, and well, Izuku's just, well, people were asleep on Momo and Toru, as Todoroki and Izuku are basically, they're in the back of the bus. Toru's next to Izuku on his left side, Todoroki's on his right side, and Momo's on Todoroki's right hand side, because Izuku's on his left hand side. As Izuku's father's sitting at the front taking a little nap, as they're just chatting away very quietly, trying not to disturb the fiancés. As they get about the halfway point, this is when Aizawa wakes up and says it's time to get off the bus. As they do, they get ready, and this is when the Wild Wild Pussycats come, and Izuku says Wild Wild Pussycats, looks behind him and says, "Isn't that..." And that's when, I think it's Pixie Bob, says, "Yep, that one's too smart," as they send them all down the mountain. Aizawa gives a little yelp, yelling at Izuku, then remembers, oh, hold on, wait, they'll be fine, shit, I forgot. As this catches the attention of Pixie Bob and the Wild Wild Pussycat, saying, "You know the kid?" As he says, "That's my adopted son." Now, Izuku's got his face mask on. Even though he doesn't need it, he has it on most of the time because he doesn't like people looking at his face. But he had it off in the bus, talking to Todoroki. Sometimes talking with it is kind of annoying. And Toru basically was holding on to it the entire time, so that's why he didn't have it on the bus. She's basically forcing him not to have it on all the time, which he hates, but understands at the same time. So yeah. What was going on for? Anyway. Izuku lands with Toru in his arm. Todoroki activates full cowling. Yes, he's got full cowling in this. And okay. He's able to control about 80 to 85% now. Yes, I'm doing that for him. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yes. Now, as that happens, Aizawa's giving them all instructions, and Izuku also reassures his father that he's quite alright, as he breathes a sigh of relief. And everyone's asked why, as Izuku says, "Oh, he's adopted me, he's my adopted father. I actually don't have a mother and father. Did you guys forget about that? My father has disappeared, and my mother is dead." They all say, oh. As they say, "Hold on, weren't you living with the Todorokis?" "Yeah, Todoroki and I go way back. Like, we're basically brothers at this point." They say, "So you're gonna be best men at each other's weddings?" As they say, yeah, that's the idea." Zoa hears this, says, very, very good." Anyway, they said they got 2 hours, and the people up front are Todoroki and Izuku, Momo and Toru are at the back, basically holding up the rear. Now, Mama is able to create guns, and she gives a gun to Toru, as they both had training from Izuku how to use them. Izuku's got all his gadgets, and finds that explosives are very helpful, as he tells the girls to create explosive ammo. She does. She also gives a lot of explosive bullets to Izuku, as he says thank you. And they spend about an hour and 30 minutes just getting back to the camp. Everyone's exhausted. The people who aren't exhausted are Todoroki, Izuku, Toru, and Momo. But Momo is very, very hungry. Now, during the thing, Izuku's also used a lot of his power. So he's not drained at all. Unlimited life pool, motherfucker. So yeah, anyway. Oh. Remember, Izuku's quirk's called Assassin, so they get that. This is when the Wild Pussycats and Izuku and Aizawa says come, seeing them walking out of the forest, just in time to see them walking out of the forest, actually, saying, oh, it's only been an hour and 30 minutes, well done, as they all say thank you. Now, they see 4 people not exhausted at all, saying, did you guys not help? Or, as they say, as I think the one who could look through them says, no, they did most of the work. How are you guys not tired? As they all 3 of them say, try training with him, as they all pointed to Izuku. As they say, hold on, so you trained with everyone here? He says, yeah, but they've had more training with me than anyone else, basically. As they say, what's your quirk? As he says, assassin. As they say, okay, but what were these things you were using? As he shows the mark of the outsider. As they see something similar to, they see a similar mark on Aizawa, but it's a different color. As he says, I'm not bothering to explain it to you guys, there's no point. I don't think, I said it didn't give him any of the powers, it just boosted his quirk. Quite a lot, actually. Anyway. Also, Izuku knows the scarf technique, same as Shinso. So Shinso and Todoroki, Shinso and Izuku get along quite well. Also, I'm playing with a pair of scissors. I should not be doing that. This is when Izuku meets Koda. Koda's actually quite scared to go talk. Is kind of scared to talk to Izuku. As Koda's auntie comes up and says, "Why do you wear a mask?" As he says, "Force of habit." As he removes it, showing his face off. As Toru says, "Ha! You took it off by yourself." And he's like, "God fucking damn it." As to say, aren't you used to having it off? As he says, no, I'm used to having it on all the time. It's more of a comfort thing. As they say, okay. Sorry to do that to you. And she says, fine. If I didn't, my fiance would have taken off my fucking face anyway. As she yells, yep. And just gives a sign and says, see. Not him, my brother would have, and his fiance. As they both say, yep. As the Wild Pussycats say, wait, what? All of you are engaged? As Mama says, I'm engaged to him. And this is when Toru says, I'm engaged to him. As this, all of them say, huh. As they look to his eye and say, you're fine with this? As he says, I'm fine with it, I don't see a point. And getting overworked about it. As they say, huh, okay. And yeah, time for the villain attack. Now, all the original villains are there. Why am I doing this? Because. So, same thing happens in canon, except Deku doesn't have 1-for-all on this, and the Trust of Courage is performed by Class 1A. As that happens, the chick who would have had the quirk stolen doesn't get badly hurt. She gets hurt a little, but yeah. So, that's taken care of. Quick side note, Tiger wanted to fight Izuku, but Izuku warned him that's probably not a good idea. As Tiger says nonsense, it starts fighting Izuku. Izuku's evading everything Tiger's throwing at him, including a lot of his martial arts. Izuku just beats him with one hand, saying, I did try to warn you, it wasn't a good idea. So now, anyway. Izuku smells smoke. Now, Izuku did get a pre-warning from one of the assassins. He tells Ozawa gets everyone ready. As they all smell smoke, they all run back to the thingy. Now, the people they're after is, well, Deku and Todoroki in this. They're not really after Bakugo because it's Bakugo. I mean, I don't think I left him with his personality. If I did, I did. If I didn't, I didn't. Oh well. Yeah, so that happens. Izuku heads back to the camp. This is when Koda's auntie says, where's Koda? Says, I'll go find him. Now, during this time, he doesn't punch Izuku in the balls. He punches Ida. Sorry, Ida. Anyway, he goes, during the time, Izuku spends some time with Koda, saying, why don't you like heroes, Koda? As Koda says, well, heroes didn't save my parents or anything. Izuku goes, okay. So you're like me then. As Koda says, what? My mother and father are, gone. I had to train a lot in my life. As Izuku's also put Koda through some training with his quirk. I would say he got info on Koda's quirk by an assassin. And yeah. Sorry if I'm speeding through this. This is like currently 10:26. This will be the last episode for this. I said 4 videos, didn't I? That means I've got to watch the last Danny Phantom video I made. Anyway, they end up... Koda gets found by Izuku. Izuku immediately just kills Muscular. He doesn't care right now. Now, Todoroki is with the class at a safe point with Mr. Ozawa. Now, Mustard Gas guy also gets killed by Izuku, because I'm gonna say he's also out since he brought Koda back. Well, he brought Koda back and says, I'm gonna go take care of the people with, I guess, very serious quirks, and I'll be back. As he says, as Ozawa says, try and not kill them. As Izuku says, no promises, and just straight up vanishes. As they say, hold on, where'd he go? And with this, he turned and Ben time on. Immediately bends time, starts walking, and running actually, using Blink and Fire Reach. Uses Fire Reach from the Mustard Gas guy. He comes flying as Izuku just walks up, pulling out his blade and cutting mustard gas guy's head off. Yeah, class 1B. That Kendo, yeah, no, Kendo's in class 1A in this. So the other hardening guy is safe, luckily. I think the only reason the dude survived is because of Kendo. If she wasn't there, he would have died. So anyway, Master guy is killed, and the guy with the teeth quirk is killed, same as the lizard guy. Why do I feel like I just skipped over the entire thing anyway? That's why I'm only doing one series at a time, so I don't lose track of what I'm fucking doing. Yikes. So that happens. Izuku ends up basically killing the teeth guy as well, killing the lizard guy, and hurting Big Sis Max by knocking them out, the same as Darby. He knocks Tiger out. Anyone who I didn't kill gets knocked out. Let's just say that. And Izuku just walks back to the camp and unfreezes time. As they say, honey, didn't you just go off? And he says, oh, I already killed them. As they say, what? As Zao says, I told you. As he says, I killed some of them. The ones I killed was some lizard guy. This mustard gas guy. This guy that could try to poisonous gas. And yeah. As he says, oh, okay. And I knocked everyone else out, so don't worry. As he says, very well, very good. The cops get called, no one gets captured, but Izuku does put a tracker on a Nomu, and all that. Alright, Mr. Compress is also knocked out, because I forgot about him. So yeah. Zuku informs that he's put a tracker on one of those things, one of those Nomus, I think they were called. As this is when a assassin comes out saying, "Do not worry, boss. We young Izuku, we have already put a tracker on them." As he says, "Thank you," and got their whereabouts. As he also says, "Thank you." Very good. As he gives the location to the heroes and to All Might. All Might says, "Young Zuki, young Todoroki, please come with me." As they do, he says, I'm gonna need both your helps in this. Will you be willing? As they both say yes. This is when Toru and Momo say, no, you can't do this. As they say, you might get hurt, you might... As they both say, don't worry, we'll be fine. And remember, we are both very skilled, and Izuku's trained all of us. So we'll know what to do. So they get called into the what was it? Meeting room with all the heroes. They said these two here, as they rock up in their hero costumes. So these two here will be great assets. And this one is very, very skilled. And this one is also very skilled and quite strong. So yeah. Anyway. So that happens. It's time for All For One and that fight. They end up breaking into the villain's base. And, well... Well, Izuku and Todoroki are able to incapacitate a lot of the people. Now, Izuku's used spend time to knock out Kirigiri. Like, really knock him out. And Izuku and Todoroki is able to freeze Shigaraki solid. Now, if you wonder what happened to the others, they've been arrested. Yeah, since they've been out cold. Yeah. Now, Izuku just they get teleported, unfortunately. I'm not having them arrested. I'm sorry. Yeah, they get teleported, and Todoroki and Izuku are teleported with All Might. And, well, yeah. As that fight begins, you know what fight, you know what fight. As said fight begins, Izuku immediately starts using his quirk, not quirk, powers to disorient and confuse All For One, as All Might is battling All For One, and same as Todoroki, but also using a combination of full cowling and his ice abilities. Now, yeah. All Might is hurt somewhat badly, but Todoroki and Izuku are able to basically stop All For One. I know I'm cutting this kind of short, but it's kind of late tonight, and I'll make 3 episodes for you tomorrow. That's the deal. And yeah, since they put All For One away, it's time for, I'm gonna say 2 months have passed. The first wedding up is Todoroki, and Izuku's got the ring for Todoroki and Momo. Now Rei is a whole lot better in this, though I still think I gave Izuku the scar. I'm not 100% sure, but she lost it a bit, then spent quite some time in the mental hospital, but Izuku pushed Todoroki to go see his mother. Now Rei is at the wedding, but she's like so far away from Endeavor. Endeavor made sure that he stayed away from her the entire night. As 2 more months have passed, and well, it's time for Izuku's wedding, and Todoroki is his best man, and while Aizawa is also next in the groomsmen part, as these two do get married. And yeah, I will be continuing this What If in season 4 when I do it. But unfortunately, sorry if this did not make a lot of sense, and I'm very, very, very sorry. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this What If series. And the next one I will be completing is Danny Phantom. And after that, well, we'll just have to wait and see now, won't we? Now, I do have a laptop, and I'm able to create polls, I think, once I learn how to do it. Anyway, I hope to see you all next time, and yeah, bye.